All right, guys, welcome to the show. Happy Sunday morning. Listen, there's a lot to get to. I got to pull up my phone because I can't keep up with this. I really can't. There's been so much going on. It is Sunday. Before we get in this show, guys, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. It really helps the channel because I want more people to get this message. And leave your starts and sits questions below. I'll try to get to as many as I humanly possibly can. Also, guys, before I get into this, couple things. Flick Chat. Teamed up with Flick Chat. There's a link below. We can chat during games. This is huge. Yes, chat during games. I'm also going to be doing an exclusive giveaway. I think I'm going to do $100 this week. It's only going to be exclusive to you guys on Flick Chat. I'm going to do another giveaway on Instagram as well, but I want to do an exclusive Flick Chat giveaway. So how do you get in, guys? All you got to do is go to my Insta, okay, and check my story mode, okay, if you guys are listening in the car. And if you guys are on YouTube, I'm going to link it below. You guys can join Fantasy Chat Live on Flick Chat. And I'm telling you, we have an open discussion, guys. An open discussion here. You could chat, we could talk, you could do quizzes. Everything is there. So head on over there, guys, on my Instagram story. I put a link there or a link below, guys. Join the conversation today. All right, so there's so much news and notes here. Let's get into it. First of all, I want to talk about the schedule changes because I know I made some notes on that. So I'm going to pull that up here. To my understanding, a couple schedule changes. I got to read this because I usually don't read them. I usually know everything off the top of my head, but I got to make a note here. I want to make sure I'm right. Now, this is as of 8 o'clock in the morning on October 4th. The NFL announced today's scheduling, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the Indianapolis Colts and Chicago Bears game will be moved from 1 p.m. to 4:25. So you need to know that. As previously announced, the New England and KC game will be scheduled for 4:25 Eastern. The one that was supposed to be scheduled on 4:25 Eastern will be rescheduled to Monday or Tuesday after there's been, people testing positives for the disease. So again, some shifting, some moving around. And as you guys know, with the Tennessee Steelers game, that has been postponed to later in the season. So those are the main three changes as far as I'm seeing here. So make sure you guys check your local listings. I haven't said that for a while. Check your local listings, check the internet, whatever it is, for the updated schedule, okay? So make sure you guys do that. All right, so let's talk about the latest news and notes here. Again, there's so much going on. I'm going to try to go through everything I possibly can. And again, make sure you start and sit the right people. Make sure you check your lines. Make sure that somebody, if the game is postponed, don't start Juju, okay? Juju is not playing this week. So make sure you guys know who you're starting. Go check your starts and sits. I know some people get lazy. You need to get on that, okay? So Joe Mixon, update here. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Mixon is believed to be in line to play October 4th. I know he was questionable. There were some issues with some, I don't know what his injury was, but either way, he's playing. I don't have any Joe Mixon stock. He sucks. I would think that he is the biggest bust of the year. I told you to stay away, but the mainstream analysts had him top 10 across the board. Stay away. Deebo Samuel apparently is activated. His foot was bothering him from ER, but be careful because I think he's going to ease back into the offense. He does have an excellent matchup this week as the 49ers host the Eagles, but understand he's a flex option at best. I'm not comfortable. But again, you hear that all the time. Should I start that guy and then he has this phenomenal year? Who knows, right? Phenomenal game. All right, this is very disappointing. Alan Lazard, he had a core surgery, didn't participate in practice October 3rd. He has been ruled out for week 4. I'm assuming it's going to be multiple weeks before this guy gets in. He's coming off that huge performance with 6 catches and 146 yards. I'm telling you, man, I'm really upset about this, but Marquise Valdes-Scantling is in line for a huge role on Monday night as they play the Falcons, okay? Noah Fant, ankle, has it sprained. It's considered week to week, but he is not expected to play week 5 against the Patriots. So you need to be aware of that, guys. Noah Fant, okay? Now, he didn't play. He played the Thursday night game, right? So they're not playing, but understand for week 5. We're talking week 5, guys, okay? So he doesn't have an ankle sprain, so be cautious with him for next week. But I had to make that aware. It is injuries, right? Devontae Adams, okay? Hamstring will be a game-time decision. So you got to watch out for guys like him, guys like Julio Jones, who have had a hamstring bothering them where they've come in, been decoys, so they might be limited, right? He was participating in practice, but is expected to likely, it's going to be a game-time decision. That's all I'm going to say. Right up to the minute. So be cautious with him. Don't be upset, but they definitely do need him with Lazard being out, okay? Russell Gage, he had a concussion, was a full participant in practice on Saturday. He is expected to play. But be cautious when you start these guys if they're limited, okay? Calvin Ridley, ankle listed as questionable. That's not good. I mean, the Falcons need a win, and both him and Julio have been listed as questionable for the game. So If you own these guys, be cautious. They may be limited, okay? Hopefully at least one of them play. Ankle for Ridley, okay? Hamstring for Julio, okay? Michael Pittman, if you guys own him, I have him on my bench. He's been placed on IR. His calf is bothering him. That really sucks, unfortunately. A couple other things. Brian Hoyer is expected to be the team starter in this team's postponed Week 4 game played on October 5th or Tuesday, October 6th. So, Brian Hoyer, the game versus the Chiefs might be postponed. We don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday, but that'd be pretty cool if we had like Tuesday football. I like that. So, Brian Hoyer is listed as a team starter as Cam Newton has been added to the IR pandemic list. Okay, so be cautious there. Now, Joe Mixon, like I said, he is likely to play. Be cautious with him. I'm take a look at some other notes here. Drew Lock has a 50-50 chance of playing Week 5. So Drew Lock, we were talking more Denver news here. Again, I made like a ton of notes here. There's so much to keep up with. I'm telling you, it's been crazy. Carlos Hyde, nobody really cares about, limited in practice. Nobody cares. Chris Carson, we had an injury, right, with his knee. We were all a little bit concerned. He fully practiced on Friday, October 2nd. He's listed as questionable, okay? But he has a good chance to play this week. So, again, maybe limited. George Kittle should be back in the lineup after missing a few weeks, and he should be back to normal workload. So, George Kittle back. I mean, he has been a huge disappointment for fantasy owners being injured. He was a second-round pick. It is what it is, okay? Other guys here, Jimmy Garoppolo did not participate. Nick Mullins in line for another start. Not excited there. Other things, DeAndre Hopkins, right? I saw him post something on Twitter saying, like, oh, people are waiting for me if I'm going to play or not. His ankle was bothering him. He did not participate in practice Friday. He is listed as questionable. Hopkins owners, be aware, you might be having to bench him this week. Darren Waller, who was a huge disappointment, fully participated in practice. Now, he will likely be the focal point of the Vegas Raiders offense. He didn't do much last week, but someone you may want to consider. Jacobs, who had a hip and knee that was bothering him, he did practice fully Friday and is not on the injury report. Now, a lot of people are concerned about him. Cam Akers, okay, another guy from the Rams. This guy was slated to be the guy, okay? Well, not really slated. It was supposed to be a committee, but he's obviously the most talented guy there. Darrell Henderson has basically been taking the workload and been doing pretty well with it, unfortunately, for Cam Akers. I have him. His ribs bothered him. I mean, ribs, I've did some MMA, and I know how bad a rib injury is. It's a nagging, sharp pain, and there's not much you could do with ribs other than give them time to heal. You can kind of wrap them, but it doesn't really do much. Ribs have to kind of heal on their own, and if you get hit in the ribs, right, it stings. It feels like, I mean, it's a sharp, excruciating pain. So maybe that's what he's got, but the ribs are bothering him. He has been ruled out for Week 4, so I'm assuming he just doesn't want to get hit that much. He's limiting his hits. Rib injuries are a pest, believe me, okay? Anything else here in the notes I'm checking here? Jared Cook is out. Jared Cook, his groin did not participate. Now, I don't know the update on Michael Thomas, but I believe he is going to be sitting out this week as well. So be cautious with him as well. I do not believe he'll be playing. Miles Sanders, his glute was bothering him, but he did practice fully. He's likely to have a big role in the offense, so Miles Sanders should be playing. Terry McLaurin, apparently with him, his thigh was bothering, did not participate Friday in practice, listed as questionable, will be a game time decision. Guys like Zach Moss, limited during practice as well, questionable, his toe was bothering him. So I'm telling you guys, this is crazy. There's a lot of things to be aware of. Mainly, again, like I said, the Julios, the Adams of the world, the Michael Pittmans, top receivers, guys, not in action this week. So it's something you need to be aware of going into Week 4. Okay, so make sure you guys start and sit the right people. And that's pretty much the main things. If I'm missing anybody, leave it below. I know Kareem Hunt also had a groin, was limited in practice on Friday. He took a step in the right direction on Friday after the previous 2 days. Might be considered a flex spot, but maybe Nick Chubb should see more of a workload as well. Chark is going to be back. Question marks with Chark. His chest was bothering, but he was a full practice as well. So most of these guys that were banged up will be full practice, okay? And they might be playing. Leonard Fournette also ruled out. Fire up Ronald Jones. Be aware of that. And I think that is it. Le'Veon Bell's not coming back. That's pretty much it. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So those are your latest news and notes, guys, for your starts and sits. Listen, It's been crazy this year. I'm telling you, it's been absolutely nuts. It's been crazy because not only do you got the injuries, you got the pandemic. You got a bunch of things just sidelining players. And we talked about this prior to the season, add more bench spots. But even still, it's just been crazy. It's just like top players not playing, from Saquon to CMC to Michael Thomas to Devontae Adams to Julio Jones not performing on a top level. Injuries just taking their toll in what is a crazy 2020 year all around in sports and reality. So I encourage you guys to try to start the right people. Be smart with your starts and sits because that'll make or break your season, and try to start the best matchups. Go back and listen to my starts and sits show back a couple episodes ago. But also, guys, we do a virtual tailgate at Fan to Fan Network. Make sure you guys are following below on YouTube, FTFN on YouTube. We do a virtual tailgate at 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for being here. Man, oh man, these injuries keep piling up. And enjoy the games. I'm excited about the games. Guys, it's Sunday. Enjoy the games, okay? And again, go to manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLINE and get yourself a Manscaped trimmer. Manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLINE. You can save some money on your Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0. Thanks, guys, for being here. I'm out.